Guys, welcome. Hope everyone had a great Mother's Day today. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, we have a lot of information to go through. Markets are becoming more bullish. All right, so let's go over the markets. All right, welcome, guys. Welcome. All right, in the futures market, we'll open up with futures this evening. The Dow is up. So Dow E-mini is up 414 points. Okay. All right. So that is great news there on the Dow. All right. NASDAQ is up. You guys can see that here. NASDAQ is up right here. S&P is up, and then the Russell is up. So in the futures market, all right, our E-minis are up. All right. So let's bring this here. Hold on right here. Okay. All righty. The dollar is currently down. Bitcoin, we're going to spend some time on Bitcoin this evening. But Bitcoin is trading at 104. All right. So 104 on Bitcoin. Our buy signal came in right around 93. Great trade going here on Bitcoin. We'll look to break resistance. Resistance is right here on Bitcoin, guys. We have a big resistance almost at 107. All right. So what's that? Only 3,000 points away. You guys know Bitcoin will move fast, right? So that's not a big deal for Bitcoin. So that's fairly close to that resistance. Let's see here. All right, so this is the big news for the week. Moving into the week, Bitcoin breaking that resistance here. We'll see if that happens this week. And we're waiting for buy signals on equities, okay? On the equity index. All right. Currently, we're mixed in monster scalper right here. We have some longs, no shorts. But let's go over the market. So we're waiting for buy signals, guys. All right. Buy signals on the S&P, waiting for buy signals on the NASDAQ, waiting for buy signals on the Russell. VIX has come down nicely here, almost below 20 on the VIX. We're at 2190 here. So 2190 on the VIX. So VIX keeps coming down lower. We need to get below 20 on the VIX, but we'll take this. It keeps coming down. On the S&P, all right, let's take a look here. So we've got good price action. We off that support. All right, we're looking for a V-shaped recovery after major correction here. All right, so here is your mark down here. We have green candles. This is good. So we held for the last couple of weeks, guys. We've held nicely here. Okay, so buyers are definitely holding. We just need a buy signal. All right, so futures are up right now. I would expect if we hold into the tomorrow as we open, we could get a buy signal tomorrow. All right, very, very close to getting a buy signal, similar to here on the S&P. All right, so markdown phase, red candles here. All right, green candles coming in above the moving average. That's really good. Above previous support here. We just need a buy signal to call a confirm buy. All right. Now our stock systems have been moving. Stock Boss and Bullmaster. All right. Lots of opportunities in both systems there coming through Heatseeker. So that's great. With a buy signal, though, we'll call a confirm buy in equities. All right. So we haven't called a confirm buy yet because we need buy signals. Okay. Kind of like we did here. So on the NASDAQ, all right, the previous buy signal came in right about here. And pay attention, guys, to the previous buy signals where those came in, because a lot of times those will follow through closely near your new buy signal. Okay, so previous buy signal was here. All right, we're looking for a new buy signal anywhere in this area here. Again, hopefully that happens this week on the NASDAQ. All right, nice correction here. Well, I don't know if it was nice, but definitely a correction there. Let's see who's that. All right. Buy signal here is where we're looking for. Right here, we should get that. Hopefully, again, this week here. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. The Dow, let's see here. The Dow also setting up nicely here. All right, so again, here's your correction here. Buyers are coming in, green candle. The previous buy signals, we had one right here, buy signal here. So right in here, that should come in. And then we have a higher buy signal all the way up here. So we are hoping that that buy signal coming right about here. We don't want a high buy signal, okay? We want that buy signal to come in right about here to get a confirmed buy signal. Normally, we would like to have 2 to 3 buy signals, okay, before we can call a confirmed buy signal. Sometimes, depending on the markets, we'll wait for all 4. We'll see how things turn out. We might do 1, right? If we can get 1 signal, we might call it, all right, because we are seeing nice buying by the institutions. We'll wait and see, okay? We would like to have all 4 coming at the same time, but that rarely happens, right? We might have one or 2 come in, and then a few days later have the other indexes give us a buy signal. The Russell here, good price action here on the Russell, the IWM. We're just waiting for a buy signal here. So guys, the market, we are no longer correcting, okay? So healthy, not healthy, but becoming healthier. All right, so we need a buy signal, VIX to come down lower. All right, but things are setting up nicely here, but much better than the correction that we were in. Sectors, right? All the sectors except for 2 are currently up, which is good. So sectors are up, indexes are up, and the VIX is down. All right, that's a beautiful thing. All right, VIX is down, indexes are up, sectors are up, and that's really good. The number one, the sectors where we have a buy signal, let's see if anything has changed. We know gold has a buy signal. We've had a buy signal in gold for a while. No buy signal on silver. These are your sectors here. Financials are setting up nicely for a buy signal there. Right here, we're just waiting for a buy signal there. Definitely keep an eye on financials. Industrial have a buy signal. The bad thing about industrial, don't have a lot of stocks in that sector, all right? But it does have a buy signal here. Here is your correction here. All right, but we can use that buy signal to perhaps influence the rest of the sectors here. Buy signal here, and then we have a high here, okay? All right, next one, tech. We do have a buy signal in technology, perhaps the best sector, all right? So you guys want to make a note. Our stock boss traders, bull master traders, right? So stock boss, bull master traders, just make a note. So tech, all right? I'm going to make that note here. Technology has a buy signal, all right? A buy signal on tech. All right, so here's your correction here. Buyers are coming back in. We got above the moving average. Green candles, those are buyers. We have a buy signal right here by our system. Previous buy signal came in right about here. So we're fairly close. Actually, a much better buy signal here. Buyers are coming in. Buy signal here on tech. So look for technology stocks in your stock boss and bull master systems. Okay, so that's great news. Number one sector to trade is tech right now. All right, let's keep going here. Utilities has a buy signal, but that's flight to safety there. So just nothing here. So although it has a buy signal here, we won't pay much attention to tech, to utilities. Let's see here. Communication, what's that? Consumer discretionary, no buy signal, but wait for this one. Keep an eye on consumer discretionary. We're just waiting for a buy signal. Good price action here, right? After that correction, just waiting for a buy signal. Previous buy signal came in right at this break of resistance here. We do get symbols from that sector. Okay, so previous buy signal was here, so we should get a buy signal anytime now on consumer discretionary, right? All right, telecom, not much here. Good setup though. So even if we don't have a lot of stocks coming from that sector, it's good to get buy signals, right? If we can start getting buy signals on a majority of these sectors, that will tell us markets becoming healthier. Okay. All right. So telecom, not a lot of stocks in that sector here, but good price action, right? In the markdown phase. All right. Moving higher, green candles. And then energy should be flat. Not a lot going on with energy there. And then healthcare, we're hoping healthcare, all right, healthcare should be improving. All right. We had a buy signal here, failed, right, earlier in the year, and nothing here with healthcare. Have no idea what's going on with healthcare, guys. All right. Healthcare should be doing fine, but really turn around after the buy signal. Right there. And a biotech will go with healthcare. Same thing. So stay away from healthcare, guys. Okay. We were in healthcare, but we've rotated out of healthcare. So tech. I will take a look at technology stocks this evening. VIX on the big picture. So let's take a look at big picture, guys. VIX on the big picture was right at 60. That's at your during your correction here that we had. All the way retraced all the way back down for last month and is now coming lower. Ideally on the VIX, we need to get in the teens. Okay, so get from 21, get below 20, start getting in the teens, and we'll see this market really take off. Okay, the Max 7s will get into the, well, let's do it now. The Max 7s, we do have a buy signal on Tesla. All right, so we have the Max 7s, so Magnificent 7 stocks. We do have a buy signal on Tesla. Okay, so we're going to call a buy on Tesla, and we'll put that in Bull Master. So Tesla, TSLA, a buy in Bull Master. Okay, so let's take a quick look at it here. So Tesla has a buy signal in Bull Master. So let's bring in our trend lines here. And similar to the indexes, we've got a V shaping up right here. All right, with a buy signal. That buy signal came in at 299. All right, resistance is at 443. Okay, we might do a short video on day trading it. We did day trade Tesla on the 5-minute on Friday when we did our live trading here on Friday, and we caught this move on the 5-minute. Yeah, I think it was a 5-minute. We caught a decent move here in Tesla. All right, so our buy signal came in right here. I think we called it right around 193, and got out with a sell signal 197. So 3 points, that's not bad. All right, so but on the daily time frame, perfect buy signal right here. Okay, Amazon, let's take a look here. Buyers are coming in here. We need to now switch these lines because we are moving higher. Okay, so always adjust your trend lines. You know, your system will give you your support and resistance lines, but your trend lines, just bring those in as the price action changes. We have resistance here. Green candles coming here. We just need a buy signal on Amazon. Apple here. Nothing yet for Apple. We need buyers to come in Sellers are still holding firm there. Microsoft, we do have a high buy signal on Microsoft here. So these are your Mag 7 stocks. All right, so here's your markdown phase. All right, here's your markup. All right, Microsoft did gap up. All right, but it's holding, right? It's not filling that gap. So it gapped up from 397 all the way with a buy signal at 432. And we have trading near resistance. We have a lot of good resistance right here, guys. Really good resistance. We like these resistance levels because, right, we can break them. All right, so and yes, we have to anticipate that sellers could come in. All right here, but we can also break through that resistance also. Okay, so buy signal here, a high buy signal, right? After that gap up, green candles here holding up really nicely here. All right, we'll look to target, especially with the market up. All right, in the futures market right now, we could see Microsoft gap up, guys, and get past this resistance here. So price closed at 438 on Friday. Right, if we get above 450, we could break through that resistance. So 455 or so, we could break through that resistance and move higher. Okay, good price action. Just beware, again, it gapped up, but no sign that it will come back and fill in that gap. Okay, NVIDIA looks also good, very choppy in here, but now we are moving higher. Let's remove all of this here. So here is your markdown phase on NVIDIA. All right. Very choppy markdown phase. A lot of consolidation, but it is moving higher now. Okay. NVIDIA's got to get past 150 to really get going. Okay. All right. So buy signal is what we're waiting for. The previous buy signal came in right about here. We won't count this one. We'll count this one right here. So hopefully we don't get a high buy signal like Microsoft, right? So green candles here. So hopefully we get a buy signal here. Very choppy in here though, but we've got to get above 150. 150 is right here. That's resistance. We just need a buy signal, right? At least we're not all the way down here, guys, at these support levels. Okay, so even for NVIDIA, good price action, okay? But we got to get past 150 to really see it move. Google, failing right now, guys. We had green candles coming in, some red candles there, so be aware of that. So we need to just wait, all right? Recapture the trend line and get some green candles going. So got to wait on that. Meta, Facebook, nice setup here. Here's your markdown phase. Here's your correction, your V-shape recovery, right? V-shape recovery, similar to what we go through. Markdown, accumulation, markup. Green candles here. All right, so we're just waiting on a buy signal here on Meta, Facebook. And our index here, the ETF for the MAGs, similar thing here. All right, good price action down. Let's remove this. All right, green candles, near-term resistance right here. We just need to break through and get a buy signal. Previous buy signal came in right here. We should get a buy signal right in here somewhere. Okay, so guys, very, very good price action. Big improvements. Big improvement. The markets, so if you hear out there markets are crashing, well, they were correcting pretty heavily. Right, 25-30%. However, now they're not crashing. If we see sellers come back in, we'll know, right, that they're doing that. All right, on the daily time frame, the Dow, guys, again, we're waiting for a buy signal here on the daily. Okay, all right, buy signal here on the daily time frame on the Dow. Weekly time frame, nice recovery on the weekly time frame. Right, really held the trend line here on the weekly. White candles coming in here. That's good. On the monthly time frame, beautiful recovery here on the monthly. S&P, All right, we're waiting for a buy signal here on the S&P on the daily time frame, guys, on the daily time frame. And I know some of you have been trading our Stock Boss Bullmaster systems. Good job, guys. Really, really good job taking advantage of the move currently. All right, so nice move up. Again, buyers are coming in. Green candles. We need a buy signal. Previous buy signal came in right about here, so that should come in soon on the S&P. On the daily time frame, weekly time frame, all right, similar to the Dow, recaptured the moving average. I mean the trend line right here, here, and here we are moving higher. This is how close we are to the all-time highs. This is how close we are to the all-time highs, guys. Okay, very, very close. All right, to a big resistance here and to all-time highs. Okay, we are moving higher. All right, on the monthly time frame, all right, nicely done here. The NASDAQ, right, big recovery here. Here is your V-shaped recovery. We want to look at doing a V-shaped recovery similar to this, right? Pay attention when these buyers come in, right? It's not what we want. It's what the price action is doing. It's what the market is doing. And the market's telling us, right now, right? All that selling has been done. Buyers are coming back in, especially in the NASDAQ. Those are your tech stocks. Okay, so we have a buy signal on the sector, the technology sector, and we're setting up for a buy signal, right? Very close to the previous buy signal. Look at the last run, right? That was our Christmas rally right in here last year. Okay, so we could get another run even from here to here, guys, right? Could be a nice big run. Can't guarantee that will happen. We can certainly get sellers to come on back in here, start testing support down here, but that's not what's happening, right? That's not what. So we got to focus on what's happening. We do have resistance up here, so the goal is to get that buy signal, continue to slowly move higher up, break through that resistance, and keep going here. Okay, so good price action here on the NASDAQ daily here. Weekly time frame on the NASDAQ, same thing here. All right, nice channel here. Let's remove this. All right, held the trend line here, and here. All right, white candles coming in here. All right, here is our resistance up here. Okay, on the monthly time frame, right, recovered. That trend line looks really good on the Russell. So you guys see what's going on, right? Definitely buyers are coming in, and it's a different market than a couple of months ago. Okay, all right, very different market than January, February. All right, even March, right? March, end of April, we bottomed out in early April. Okay, here we are now. It's a different market. So switch hats. Okay, switch hats. All right, become more bullish right now. Okay. Especially our equity traders, all right, in trading our systems, all right. On the Russell weekly time frame, held. So trend line here, held the trend line here, held here, and we're moving higher. We really got to break through that resistance on the VIX. Okay, so that's your small caps, all right. So in Stock Boss, your small cap stocks. Remember, S&P, NASDAQ, those are coming from your large cap stocks, mainly out of Bullmaster. Okay, Russell on the weekly time frame held a trend line. Look right here. All right, this was last week. This was last month, right? Rather, right here on the monthly, and current month just really held. Look at that, guys. Really beautiful, right? Held that trend line. And we just need buyers to come in here. Bitcoin, we talked about Bitcoin at the open. This is how close we are, all right, to Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin V-shaped recovery. Here is your V. Held that trend line here, all right? So all these markets are looking very similar, right? So Bitcoin on the daily time frame, buy signal here. This is how close we are, all right? Only 3,000 points. That's not a lot for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can do that in 2 days, guys. So the big deal for Bitcoin, and if this happens with Bitcoin, you guys should see, even with Bitcoin here, you should see your other cryptocurrencies moving higher, okay? All right, because Bitcoin, they will follow Bitcoin's lead, okay? So big resistance right here at 107, right? So 107, here we are. Let's call it 104 right here, right? If I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'm going to assume, right, based on this price action, don't hold me to it, we're going to break through, right? We've done this enough, right? Based on this price action here, look at these big candles coming in here, right? We should break through that resistance level in a big way on Bitcoin. Okay, gold, guys, gold is pulling back a bit, but still holding it, the buyers here. Our buy signal on the weekly time frame on gold was at 2,300 and change. Here we are at 32.91. Just holding right here. No support and resistance lines on the weekly time frame. Okay, we might move that if it continues to hold there. We might move it to a daily time frame. All right, we might bring in the daily here. Purpose support and resistance on the daily, so it's slowing down a bit. So we are overbought a bit on gold. But let's see how it does. Okay, so it's holding now. If it continues to just hold in that area, we might change that weekly time frame to start watching it on a daily time frame. Okay, alrighty. Silver, still nothing here, guys. All right, lots of consolidation in here. All right, we do have a buy signal here, but we got a red candle. So we should not be in it right now. We need to break through that resistance here. What we'd like to see silver do is close that buy signal, come back down, and then perhaps at some point break through that resistance. Horrible trading there on silver. Crude oil just holding, right? Holding between 60 and 80. That's what we want right now for crude oil. Okay? So not tradable. It is not tradable. But for a healthy market, right, we need crude oil to stay between. That's your sweet spot for crude oil, right? That's your gas prices. Okay, so it needs to stay between $80 and $60, and that's what it's doing. Okay, it did make a low to about 57, right? 57, 54 right here, but it's holding closed at 61. So this is perfect right here. Can't make any money here, but it's holding nicely there. Okay. Bonds, nothing here, guys. Just a lot of consolidation in here with bonds. Fed needs to lower rates or increase rates. Who cares, right? We don't care. All we need to know is that there's no trading here, right? So no trading here in bonds. Okay. All right. For bonds to really move, we need to break through that resistance all the way up here, guys, which is 92, or break support down here, which is 85, and it's doing neither right now. Okay. All right. The dollar, guys, dollar. All right. We talked about the dollar, broke a big support at $100. Keep an eye on the dollar. All right. Keep an eye on the dollar. The dollar is funny. All right. What will happen? A lot of times you take your eyes off the dollar, and what we think the dollar will do, it does the opposite. Okay. So, everyone is looking to short the dollar. And yes, was it a great short? Absolutely. Right. A great short here. But that short might be coming to an end. Okay. So, our monster scalper, monster scalper trader. All right, not Forex dominator, monster scalper traders. Okay, we have a low here. I'm going to draw it out because, and you guys know, Forex has been stubborn. However, if this dollar moves up, we could see some great opportunities come in these dollar pairs. Okay, so it's due for a nice bounce here. So here is your support levels here. So be careful with any shorts. Okay, so support here, support here, support here, and support here. All right, look what happened after your support. Buyers came in heavy. Buyers came in here. Right, even here, look at that. Buyers came in really nicely here. We could see buyers come in here, guys. All right, so they're holding that support level there. And here is your resistance up here. So we're going to really pay attention. We don't want to miss this. All right, we never do, but sometimes we do. But this could be a big move. So while everyone else is looking, right? I mean, that's the word right now, right? The dollar is going to crash. Right? Right now it's holding that support level, and we could see buyers come in and really move the dollar up. And the dollar will do whatever the dollar wants to do, right? And we're all here. And then here we are here. Okay? So we'll look for buyers to come in. And it definitely looks like we've got, we're holding support here. Made a low here, holding right here. Okay? All right. So keep that in mind, the dollar. Weekly time frame on the dollar. Again, same thing here, guys. Okay, so let's remove this. We are no longer moving unless something strange happen. All right, so on the weekly time frame here, holding support here on the dollar. All right, the dollar index. And just like here on the weekly, bounce of support, holding support here. Okay, and look here, we got yellow support and resistance. Okay, so we are moving higher there on the monthly time frame on the dollar. All right, that buy signal close here. So again, we could see buyers come in there. Okay, all right. I know it's a bit confusing. Pound yen, guys. Pound yen is getting past resistance here. We drew this out. Two areas of big resistance on pound yen. All right, which will really help the Forex market. Okay, we need pound yen to move, guys. Okay, so we haven't had a lot of good price action in the Forex market, and that's partly due to pound yen. We can use pound yen just like we can use Bitcoin and the S&P and the NASDAQ to get a gauge for this market. So pound yen, really, pound yen breaks out like this in a move like this, guess what? Forex will move. Not only the yen pairs, but the Forex market in general. This is what we've been dealing with. All right, since October, very choppy. So a lot of times when we get new traders, right, and you guys are having a difficult time, it's not you, right? As a brand new trader, it's the market, okay? And it's not tradable right now. That's why we have to be very specific with what we trade right now in Forex with your monster scalper system. And if it fails, you just got to get out. Okay, trade lightly, get out, and try again. But very, very, very choppy, guys. Very, very choppy. On the daily time frame, let's take a look at the monthly time frame here. Monthly time frame here, nothing here. If we break through, though, that will be good. Weekly time frame, a lot of consolidation in here. Look at that, guys. That's the weekly, going back all the way to last year. Okay, as a matter of fact, on the weekly, all the way back to July of last year, guys. So almost a year. Very, very, very choppy. Very difficult market for Forex. You can do okay, but you've got to be flexible and be quick. Not a great environment, but you know, we know things can turn quickly. Okay, all right. So I wanted to spend some time, all right? So I went a little longer, all right, on what the market is doing because we're seeing this market turn, okay? The market is turning for equity. So really pay attention, right? The worst thing you can do is, right, markets are turning and you're not taking advantage of these opportunities, okay? As I mentioned, Forex is a bit choppy right now, so we don't have a lot of trades. Okay, so no trades on the 60-minute time frame long. right? No trades on the 60-minute time frame shorts and on the 240. We do have a few trades here on the 240 long in monster scalper. Let's go through these, okay? All right, ZAR Yen, guys. ZAR Yen still holding its buy signal here. So ZAR Yen buy signal right here on the 240. All right, really good price action. All right. So buy signal here, good price action here. All right, we need to get past resistance right here. So you have resistance right here, and then you have further resistance up here. All right, it's moving really well. So we'll move that resistance near that high right here. Okay, so right here, all through here, good resistance. Let's see if we can break through there. If you get a white candle or red candle up in this area here, I even think a white candle, you might want to close it based on how the price action is doing. Aussie CAD, buy signal here. Some I can't talk. Consolidation in here, white candles in here. We are moving higher here. We need to break through near-term resistance right here. Near-term resistance right about here. Okay. All right. Lots of consolidation, but we can certainly, hopefully, break through resistance here. Further resistance up here. So a lot of resistance, but it is moving higher there. USD DKK. All right. USD DKK. And we are seeing some buy-in in the dollar pairs. We talked about the dollar index. Keep an eye on that, guys. All right. So lots of good selling here. Now we're looking for buyers to come in these dollar pairs. All right, resistance is here. A mark-up phase. All right, we're getting past resistance here. Buy signal here. Previous buy signal failed. Current buy signal is right there. And our target is all the way up here. All right, so USD DKK. USD HUF. Same thing here. Keep an eye on these dollar pairs, guys. After all of that selling, you could get a nice bounce. Okay. And look at that all the way up here. We'll look at new opportunities in equities on Tuesday. So on Tuesdays live, we'll look for opportunities in stocks. We'll go through current positions, but we'll look for new opportunities on Tuesday. Okay. USD HUF buy signal here, holding for now. And then dollar yen. All right, dollar yen. And keep an eye on the dollar yen. The dollar, if the dollar moves, dollar yen will definitely move higher, guys. Okay, so we're out of the markdown phase. Look at here, right? Markdown, right? Accumulation choppy in here. Buy signal here. It is choppy. Resistance is here. Let's move this up here. So just keep an eye on it. Okay, buy signal here. Purple support and resistance. All right, keep an eye on it. But slow start. But based on that price action, based on how the dollar is holding those support levels, we should get a bounce. Okay. All right, but we let our systems tell us, show us. All right, so that's all we've got for Forex, guys. That's all we've got. And we've tested Forex. We've traded on the 30-minute, on the 60-minute time frame. Difficult trading. 240 has worked a little better. So don't trade. Don't blame yourselves. Okay, if it's really the market. All right. All right, let's go through equities in Stock Boss. Current alerts in Stock Boss. We'll go through these quickly here. All right, we're looking for green candles or buy signals. Green candles will tell us things are holding. If we get a white candle, because we didn't look at these on the last time we looked at this was Thursday. Okay, so markets traded on Friday. We want to see red candles. If we get any red candles or sell signals by our system here, we'll call a sell signal when the market opens tomorrow. Okay, so let's go through this quickly. Most of these, I want to show you guys. You see tech here. All right, so stock bars, we're a bit mixed here, but we want to really start focusing on technology stocks. Okay. All right, holding all green candles here, holding all green candles, holding the buy signal there. This one is holding AMLX, white candles here. We'll hold the white candles. Okay, so we're waiting for a buy signal. Buyers are coming in. The white candles are fine for right now. We're not turning over. So white candles are fine for right now, unless you're getting really big white candles. Okay, but we're looking for red candles. All right, green candles, good. Red candles will call a sell signal. NRDY, white candle here. Keep an eye on that one there. Holding, right? Holding. All right, good setup there. Breaking out here. Holding. All green candles is what we want. OL. Oh, look at that, guys. Nice break of resistance there. Beautiful setup here. Here's your markdown. All right, accumulation buy signal here. Look at that. All right, nice breakout there. All right, good. And then good. So these are stock balls, so small cap stocks. Let's take a look at large caps. All right, and these are in Bull Master, okay? So we have a lot of tech. We should have a lot of tech. Let's see, all the way down here is tech, okay? Oh, look at that, lots of tech. That's what we want to see. A build up with tech, okay? All right, so our Bull Master traders, just remember technology, all right? All right, let's go through these. So we'll start here with basic materials. And we want all green candles, guys. All green candles. We're doing good on time, okay? All green candles here. All right, good price action there. Look at that. That blue arrow there is your buy signal, okay? Good price action, right? Buy signal, blue arrow here. Will come in at a break of resistance there, okay? All right, good. Good. Green candles there. That's what we want. Good. Good. Bring in your lines, your trend lines. I have to do a lot of these, guys, so I get lazy with these trend lines. But you guys shouldn't, right? You only trade in a few of these, so right. Bring in your trend lines on your trades, okay? Good. All green candles is what we want here. All RKLB, white candle there. Keep an eye on that. Their previous trade did really well. Green candles moving higher. Look at this market. These are capital goods, right? Holding. Look at that. Holding. Cyclical. All right. Holding. All right. A few financials here. Holding. Green candles, right? All green candles, guys. A little bit of healthcare here. Don't trust healthcare right now. Remember, we looked at that sector. That is not a healthy sector, so be careful with healthcare. We do have alerts in here, but these are holding firm. Healthcare. Communication services, we have a few here. All green candles. Look at this, guys. Look at these. All green candles. No sell signals yet on any of these. All right, no tech. All right, good price action. They're holding their buy signal. That's what we want right now. Holding the buy signals and green candles. That's what we want to see. And again, I've read some of your posts. Our Bull Master traders, good job, guys. Really good job. Fiver right here. All right, all green candles there. Good job. And guys, make sure you post your trades, right, in the school community, right, under traders helping traders, okay, so that other traders can see your trades, okay. Make sure you guys are posting your trades there. Help each other, okay. Make sure you post your trades, post your trading ideas there. All right, good buy signal here, OS. Buy signal came in here at 24. Resistance is all the way up here. Right, really good buy signal there, okay. OS, and that's technology. But guys, a lot of tech there. All right, PLTR is moving again. All right, so PLTR, right, much like NVIDIA. Look here, another buy signal here, moving up nicely there, okay. All green candles. All right, did we get one? We haven't gotten any sell signals yet, guys. So institutions are coming in, that's for sure. All right. Green candles here, green candles. Buy signals are all still in place. And guess what? Futures are up. So we could see IRM, good price action there. All right. And this is utilities here. Okay. So tech. All right. So let's go here. If you guys forgot, right here. Here is our technology in sector right here with the buy signal here. All right, really good looking buy signal. And that buy signal, guys, came in on Thursday. Okay, so we really early in that move, and we're seeing these stocks really take off. Okay, all right, our US 30 traders. All right, we've got about 10 minutes here. Our US 30 traders. All right, so we know we've got buying coming in. We have a buy signal on the 60-minute time frame here. Futures are up, so we're going to call it. Okay, so the US 30, all right, we have a buy signal on the 60-minute time frame right here. We are breaking resistance here on the 60-minute choppy in here. Hopefully we'll get a good trade out of this. Daily time frame, perfect here. Daily time frame here, we just need a buy signal here, okay, on the daily time frame. Hopefully we get that this week. On the NAS, we have a nice buy signal here on the break of this resistance, right? Buy signal here. Look here, right? Gapped up nicely this evening. Buy signal here on the 60-minute time frame. We should get a buy signal on the daily time frame, right? Look at what's happening here, guys. Good price action coming out of that correction. Green candles. We just need a buy signal. Previous buy signal right here came in right here. So if we move that price along, we should get a buy signal anywhere in here, okay? What we don't want is a high buy signal. I hate these buy signals when they come in all the way up here, okay? So hopefully that comes in, that buy signal comes in right on time, okay? All righty. All right, so buy signal here, 60-minute time frame. So we're going to call that, and we'll post it in school, okay, for you guys. Okay, so the US 30 and NAS 100, that's the NASDAQ, buy on the 60-minute time frame. Okay, so we'll post those. Quick look at Stock Boss. If we get alerts overnight, we'll in Monster Scalper for Forex, we'll post those. Just be careful with Forex, and things will move. Things can move quickly too with Forex. Okay, I'm just gonna run Stock Boss and Bull Master, and let's see here how many we have. So on Friday, guys, we have 140. Wow, 146. 146 stocks in stock boss. That is a lot. Let's take a look at tech. Now, when you go through your heat seeker, remember now we can see with the new ones here, right? When you go through your heat seeker, focus on tech. We have a lot of tech. So they're buying tech. We just tracked 22,000 stocks, guys. So go through here, find your tech, right? So when you do your search, that's going to be the number one sector you pay attention to. Tech, all right? And then services, all right? So communication services here. Healthcare, we got a little bit of healthcare. Be careful. We saw that sector, guys. That sector is not healthy. They're selling healthcare. All right. So a little bit of energy, consumer staples, right? A little bit of capital goods, basic materials, right? Now that the market's becoming healthier here, we were in basic materials, right? Metals, gold and silver. You can pull back on that. And the focus is definitely tech. Look at all of this tech here. Okay, so that's what they're buying. And we need to buy whatever they're buying. Okay, so tech, 146 guys in stock boss. All right, and in Bull Master, let's take a look here. Let's run Bull Master here. All right, Bull Master, let's run it. 258. So 258, guys. All right, a couple of months ago we had 12, right? Now 258 in Bull Master. So they're buying. If they're buying, we need to buy. All right. All right, so let's find tech. It's a lot of tech. A lot of tech. So tech starts here, all through here, tech. All right, so it's easy to tell what they're buying. Lots of tech here. A little bit, look at 3 utilities. Stay away from that. There's only 3 guys. Transportation, look here, 5 transportation. They're not buying those sectors. They're not buying utilities. They're not buying transportation. Services, we have a few more here. So you can look at services also. Healthcare, not a lot. That's not a lot for healthcare. Financials, that's not a lot for financials. Right? If the setup looks good, certainly, right? Energy, we've seen that energy index. That's flat. Nothing there. All right? So we all have limited amount of capital. So put your capital to good use, right? Stay in the right sector. So tech right now, look at Tesla right here. Look at that buy signal on Tesla, okay? So if the Mag 7s take off, these indexes give us some buy signal. We could start really moving well. Monster Scalper, just a quick look here. Nothing here. We've got a couple more minutes. Pound yen has a buy. Pound CAD has a buy signal here. 60-minute time frame. We are getting some volatility here, right? We'll keep an eye on that. We'll take a look overnight to see if things will shape up a bit. But still very choppy. You'll find a trade here and there in Forex, but very mixed in here. Buyers are trying to come in the Kiwi pairs, Aussie pairs. But we're not trusting the 60-minute time frame, but volatility is coming through. That's good. That's a good sign here. On the 240, consolidating. Okay, you guys can see that here. All right, still consolidating on the 240. Quick look here. ZAR yen. We talked about ZAR yen. We We send that out. So that's a good trade going there. Let's just take a look here. All right, SGD that's a good trade here. So we're getting new buy signals on the 240. Pound yen, waiting for a buy signal there. So still early on the yen pairs. And pound yen is trying to break out. The dollar pairs, just a funny, strange market, guys. Look at this. Just nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. USD HKD broke out there. All right, so the dollar pairs, USD CZK looks good. No buyers yet on the daily. So we'll wait on that there. Just nothing yet. So, but they are setting the dollar pairs. I'm telling you, the dollar might make a move, guys. Okay, look at all of that selling here on the daily. All of that selling here on the daily. All right, and USD dollar Swiss, and look here, found support here, and we could see buyers come in just like here, just like here, and just like here. So I'm telling you, not quite ready yet, but the dollar is definitely setting up to make a move higher. Okay. All right, I am done. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Okay. Bitcoin, that's the big news. Bitcoin getting ready to break a big support, a big resistance there. All right. Big resistance level 107 on Bitcoin. Okay. We could see Bitcoin is at 104. We could see Bitcoin really break through that resistance. Traders are watching that level there at 107. Okay. That's a big resistance there for Bitcoin. And then also, the indexes, the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell, we're waiting for buy signals there. Okay, so pay attention to that. Okay, buy signals there. We could get buy signals on these indexes this week. All right, and so our stock boss traders, bull master traders, be on high alert. You guys should be in position, especially our bull master traders. No excuse there. Okay, to be trading your system. Okay, and then secondly, stock boss. So bull master first, stock boss. That's the number one trade right now. All right, that's the number one system right now. Bull master, that's your number one system. And in tech, that's your sector right there, tech. All right, from there, stock boss. Okay, that's it. Again, tech. Okay, so be on alert. Trade your systems. If you guys need me, I am in the school community. Okay. Post your trades. We'll send out these alerts, but also post your trades in traders, helping traders right there. Okay. So that other traders can learn from your trades. Okay. Thanks, guys. I will see everyone on Tuesday, and I'm always available